Didn't affect anything. It gave us an opportunity to go big. I moved Al Horford over to the 4, and Zaza came in at the 5, and I don't think we really lost a whole lot. We just continue to flow, but make no mistake about it, it was our defense again tonight that put us in this position.
Coach, congratulations. 4 good quarters that your team put together. Talk about the difficulties Joe Johnson had scoring in the first 2 quarters and how you offset that maybe with Crawford and Bibby's.
Well, again, this is playoff basketball. If all of our guys were clicking like we played during the regular season, it would have been an unbelievable series for us offensively. But it doesn't work like that in playoff basketball. Some nights it's your night, some nights it's somebody else's night. And I tried to stress to these guys, whatever minutes you get, you make the most of them. And when you're struggling, you got to do something else to help us win basketball games. And I thought in this series, everybody pitched in that played and did their part.
Coach, they made a 9-0 run to end the second quarter. Just talk about what you guys did in the third quarter to keep the run going.
Well, it was back and forth. We traded buckets throughout the third quarter. I think we went up as many as 20, I think. And then they came back and ended the quarter 20-20. So it was pretty much a trade-off. But the fourth quarter is when we really clamped down and did what we needed to do to bring it home.
Woody, you mentioned the defense tonight. Is that what's most satisfying to you about this series? Especially, I think, probably the last 3 games, the defense has been pretty solid.
I know that's what wins basketball games. And, as we move forward, it's got to stay consistent in terms of how we defend and rebound. And, the last 2 games, the only way we get out of this series is we defend. And we did that in Milwaukee, holding them to 69 points, and I think they shot 32%. And then tonight we hold them to 74 points. So it was our defense that came through for us to end this series.
Mike, how much of what you did these last 2 games against Milwaukee do you carry over into the next series against Orlando in terms of the changes you made and how well you played?
Again, I'll get a chance, when I leave here to go back and start breaking some Orlando tape down and try to come up with a game plan. And I don't know what that game plan is going to be right now, but we're playing, the team that was in the finals last year. They had a heck of a regular season, and they back there knocking at the door again this year. So it's going to be a tough series, and I just got to get our guys prepared and mentally ready to play.
Coach, when you're down 3-2 in the series, going to the other team's home court, I guess it takes some mental toughness to win those next 2 games. Can you talk about that?
That group of guys in that locker room got a lot of heart. A lot of you guys wrote us off, and it's a shame, because, again, if you understand playoff basketball, anything is possible. And these guys didn't stop believing after we got beat in Game 5. It was tough to swallow because we controlled that game. But to bounce back like they did and go back to Milwaukee in a hostile environment and bring it back home and win it is unbelievable.
Coach, talk about the effort you got from Jamal Crawford in the last 2 games. He struggled starting the playoffs. Just talk about the way he finished out last couple of games.
Again, this is his first go-around in the playoffs, guys. And, it's tougher when you get to the playoffs. It's not like the regular season. And, scoring points, they come tougher. And, he finally found his stride the last 2 games and was playing like the Jamal during the regular season. And, we just got to keep him, filled with confidence and keep pushing him to play defense, and Jamal will be just fine.
Coach, last year you went 7 games with Miami, quick turnaround in Cleveland. It's kind of the same thing. Orlando's had time to scout and rest. Can you take something away from last year to prepare the guys this year, or is it just a whole
I think the
different
difference between last year and this year's team is, we're a year better. We're battle tested. When you go through a 7-game series, you are battle tested, but we're healthier this year than we were a year ago. And guys are probably a little down, and beat up a little bit just from this series. But we don't have a lot of time to recoup and turn it around. We play Tuesday, I think, and so they can come in tomorrow and pamper themselves. But we got to start getting ready for Orlando.